Hi, I'm Michael Trikos. I'm with Wes Gilbertson here with Calgary, and Flames go with what the next Brad Marchand with Jakob Pelletier at the number 26 spot. How do you read this?
Yeah, I mean that seems to be the comparable if you want your, pie in the sky or your, I guess, best case scenario. That's it for Jakob Pelletier. This is he's not a big guy. He said one of the first things he said tonight when he came out to chat with us is, "I'm going to play big. I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm going to play big." And I guess that's Brad Marchand now. If you can find Brad Marchand at 26 overall in any draft, you're pretty happy. It sounds like this guy's just a little firecracker out there. He's got some skill, 39 goals with the Moncton Wildcats this past season, but it's the heart, kind of the tenacity, the competitiveness. That's what the Flames loved about him.
So how is this going to work? You got Matthew Tkachuk, you got Jakob Pelletier. Are they going to have to get some penalty killers in rounds 2 through 7 tomorrow?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, and a goalie probably especially.
But you know what? At that spot, you're really reaching. You're really looking at a guy probably 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 years down the road. Where does he have to go, do you think, with his development? What is True Living saying about the next steps for Pelletier?
Well, NHL Central Scouting has him at 165 pounds.
Okay.
So 5'9", 165. It works for Johnny Gaudreau, but it's not going to work for a lot of guys, even as this league gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So one of the things Brad Treliving said tonight is, if you look at his legs, if you look at his rear end, there's room to put some meat on there. They don't feel like he's going to be a kind of scrawny guy. They think he's going to fill out. I think that would be the biggest thing. And then, like you said, you don't get a sure thing at number 26 overall. I would say, looking back, the best number 26 pick we've seen in a long time was Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Okay.
Obviously an impact guy in Washington, but he didn't show up for a while now. You just can't expect these guys to jump into the lineup. The Flames, I guess, as do most teams at the end of the draft, have the luxury of not needing a guy right away, but they're going to give him time to mature, and it sounds like he needs it.
Oh, definitely. When you finish first in the Western Conference, despite what happened in the playoffs, you are, like you said, in a luxury to kind of maybe go for a reach and not worry about a guy stepping in. And we'll see what the future is for Pelletier and what the future is for Calgary Flames as we look at the next round and as we get into free agency. For Post Media News, this is Wes Gilbertson. I am Michael Tragos.